In the quiet corners of a bustling city, where the neon lights danced with the shadows, there lived a man named Daniel. He was not the hero of his own story, nor did he possess any extraordinary gifts. Instead, he was a man who had known pain intimately, like an old friend who refused to leave. Daniel had grown up in a neighborhood where dreams were often drowned out by the harsh cries of reality. His father, a weary man with tired eyes, had labored tirelessly to provide for their family, but life had a cruel way of testing one's resilience. When Daniel was just a boy, his father's health began to fail. The mounting medical bills drained their meager savings, and hope seemed to slip away like grains of sand through their fingers. As the years passed, Daniel's father grew weaker, and the weight of responsibility fell squarely on Daniel's shoulders. He had to abandon his own dreams, working long hours at a factory to keep their home from slipping into the abyss of foreclosure. The world had given him a cruel hand, and he had accepted it with a heavy heart. One night, as the city slept, Daniel found himself wandering through the dimly lit streets. He gazed up at the skyscrapers that seemed to mock his dreams. He had allowed his pain to consume him, to define him. But in that moment, something stirred within him. He remembered the stories his father used to tell him, tales of resilience and strength. His father had faced adversity with unwavering determination. And it was time for Daniel to honor that legacy. It was time to turn his pain into power. With newfound resolve, Daniel began to rise above his circumstances. He pursued night classes, expanding his knowledge and skills. He approached his work with a newfound enthusiasm, seeking opportunities for growth and advancement. Slowly but surely, the world that had once seemed so unforgiving began to yield to his efforts. Years passed, and Daniel's hard work paid off. He climbed the corporate ladder, eventually reaching a position of influence and authority. But he never forgot the pain that had once threatened to consume him. Instead, he used it as fuel to drive his relentless pursuit of success. As he stood at the top of the world he had conquered, Daniel looked back at the city that had once seemed so imposing. He knew that he had turned his pain into power, that he had transformed his adversity into opportunity, and in doing so he had become the hero of his own story. In the end, it wasn't extraordinary gifts or a stroke of luck that had propelled Daniel to greatness. It was the simple yet profound choice to turn his pain into power, to let his past inspire his future. And in that choice, he found the strength to overcome the darkest of days and emerge as a beacon of hope for all those who had ever known suffering.